The Pilgrimage, a legendary gathering of off-road and overland enthusiasts, drawing adventurers from across the globe to the rugged, historic landscapes of Vermont. It's one of the largest events of its kind in the Northeast, where 4 unforgettable days are all about the thrill of exploration and the connections forged on the trail. Your base camp becomes your home away from home, a place to kick back and relax before setting out each day to tackle Vermont's ancient Class 4 roads. These trails, rich in history and natural beauty, promise challenges and unforgettable moments at every turn. With groups divided by trail difficulty, whether you're a seasoned trailblazer or new to the off-road scene, there's a perfect crew waiting for you. This is more than just an event. It's an adventure that pushes limits, builds memories, and brings people together. Welcome to the Pilgrimage. Let's hit the trail. Welcome back to part 2 of our adventure at the Pilgrimage. We're picking up right where we left off, freeing the Bronco from a deep mud pit, and then tackling even more challenging Class 4 roads later on. But the journey didn't end there. On the final day, as we were preparing to head home, an unexpected trail recovery pulled us back to a familiar trail. So stick around, buckle up, and let's dive back into Vermont's rugged backcountry. One of the biggest challenges in recovering this Bronco was that it was an older stock model with 0 recovery points. After some brainstorming, the team from OEX came up with a clever solution. Bridling the wheel with soft shackles and using that as the anchor point for the winch. It wasn't the most conventional method, but it was the best option given the circumstances. After successfully freeing the Bronco, we were finally back on track and heading to lunch. Thankfully, it was only 12:40. Not as early as we had hoped, but still plenty of time to grab a bite and then gear up for the trails we had planned for the afternoon. Worthy Burger is a local gem with a farm-to-table focus, offering wood-fire burgers and craft beers, all served in a laid-back outdoor setting. It's clearly a favorite spot as the main lot was packed, forcing us to park in the overflow. Now, hopefully the lines are not too long because we still had Class 4 roads waiting for us to explore. After savoring a delicious burger and enjoying one local IPA, we headed back to base camp to re-gear and prepare for the afternoon's adventures. The plan was to kick things off with a green Class 4 road featuring some blue rock obstacles, and then continue to a scenic green trail that halfway through presented a challenging pink obstacle just to keep things interesting. For those unfamiliar with the color ratings, here's how the pilgrimage ranks Class 4 roads. Each color represents a level of difficulty and different vehicle requirements, so whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, there's always a trail to match your skill level.
Depends on how much you like the rear bumper.
If you go fast enough, you just clear that no problem. Yeah.
Just floor it right over.
We play the Dukes of Hazzard, or you just
I
go.
remember this from a few years. It's definitely worse, but it's drivable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder coming this way.
Yeah.
A little more to the right. Yeah, if he bottomed out, then I'm gonna bottom out. He only has 2 inches of lift. Think you put that rock there. So after watching the other trucks go through that huge washout, we kind of seeing the angles of everything. I definitely do not have the approach or the departure angle. On approach, I probably would have definitely have smashed up my front bumper pretty bad. I mean, it's already scratched up as it is, but I mean, I still need a bumper for now. So yeah, I turned around and just making my way through a easy green section to link back up with them on the other side of that pink portion of the trail. So should be seeing them in about 5 minutes maybe.
Once I rejoined the group, we set out for a rocky blue trail featuring some tricky obstacles along the way. This trail would eventually lead us to a pilgrimage favorite, a challenging and well-loved red trail known as River Road. As we approached River Road, radio chatter crackled through from another group, and it sounded like they were either stuck or lost. We had hoped they weren't stuck on River Road, given its reputation as an extremely tight, technical, one-way only trail. Fortunately, it turned out they were just trying to figure out which turns to take to reach the trailhead. Despite successfully tackling a Pink Plus trail the day before, the decision was made for me to skip River Road. The trail's steep approach and departure angles, combined with the rocky riverbed washouts, demanded a setup better suited for the challenge.
red area. I'm getting speed. Back before dark. So you guys. Or not. What do you want to do?
Yeah, and if we do that now, let's just pair up real quick. If I put fuel in now, we can just drive back, and I will get. Thank you, Manuel.
That sounds like a plan.
I'll get fuel when I leave.
Right.
Will get me back. Okay. Yeah, if you want to air up, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'll air up.
So once again, I split off from the group to go meet them on the backside of the trail. They took River Road, which it's a red trail, but it's just an extremely rocky red trail because it's basically a dried out riverbed. So basically, I don't know if you can see, that's kind of like the new river, and you can see those rocks and all that stuff. And then this is the exit area of the trail. But basically what it does is up ahead, it curves over and it meets up with this river. And it basically runs the length of the river back up to where I split off from them. So, even though I did VOT challenge, which is a pink plus magenta on the map, whatever you want to call it, and even though this is a red, it's very, very rocky, very jagged rocks. And they said that there's a few big drop-offs where, like rock drop-offs, where like your suspension's gonna bounce and you're gonna smack into your bumpers. Like my approach and my departure, I probably would have ripped off my back bumper, more than likely. I mean, that's the worst that happens. I mean, I get a new bumper, right? But yeah, so anyways, I just decided to go around and met up with them at the end, and unfortunately I didn't make it in time to get any footage because they actually went through it pretty quick and I was surprised. But now it's time to head back for the last night of camp. So let's get there. Well, last day of the pilgrimage, folks. It was a great 4 days. It really was. I really can't believe my truck did the pink plus section of the VOT challenge. Still can't believe that. But yeah, it was a great weekend. We explored some really nice trails. Saw a lot of good foliage. And just really took in the beauty of Vermont. So, but we're pretty much all packed up now, as you can see. John has a few last minute things to pack up. We might hit some easy trails on the way out, but that's pretty much gonna do it. So thank you for sticking around, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. And until next time, people, stay. So I am currently walking back to my truck. I don't know if you can see John's Jeep back there, but we are back out on River Road. That's the one we took, or they took last night, and I bypassed it. Got a nice Mog out here with us too. But yeah, so as I was basically turning around to meet them on the other side of River Road, I ran into a group of 3 vehicles, and they only had one question really, that would a long bed Tacoma be able to make it down the trail? And both John and the OEX guys said probably not. The long bed, the way this trail is, even though it's a red, there's a few just jutted rocky areas that really just would destroy the rear end of a long bed Tacoma. And it also probably, having that long bed hurts the approach angle. Obviously it hurts the departure angle as well. But so anyways, we get back from River Road, we get back to camp last night, and we had told those guys, let me backtrack a little bit, we had told those guys not to take River Road. I was in radio communication with John and the OEX guys, and I told the group that I was passing by, like, hey, no, they said don't bring a long bed Tacoma down here. Like, it's gonna get messed up pretty bad. And well, we get back to camp and we find out there's a vehicle stuck out on River Road. And surprisingly, it wasn't the long bed Tacoma. It made it through. It got messed up pretty bad, but it made it through. They high centered and spent like 45 minutes trying to recover themselves, and yeah, I guess it was a nightmare for them. The vehicle that did get stuck was a Rivian, and it busted up its front bumper pretty bad and blew a bead on one of its tires and broke a tie rod. So obviously it was already dark out, and everyone kind of made the decision not to go recover it at night. So we volunteered, well, John volunteered for his expertise and all that stuff. So Northeast ORV is out here on River Road to recover the vehicle. Yes, this is all part of the trail. Let's go get John's now. John made sure to hook up the trailer and bring the truck so that when we're done with this rescue, we can just leave. Oh. Hello, puppers. Ember. Axel. What? Okay.
While I was at the trucks grabbing the max tracks to help bridge over some of the bigger rocks once the Rivian was fixed, John worked quickly to get the inner and outer tire rods off both sides of the vehicle. We had a local welder lined up, and he took the broken tire rods back to his shop to get them welded. By the time I returned with the max tracks, the freshly welded tire rods were being installed, and we were one step closer to getting the Rivian back on the road. With the repairs wrapped up and the spare tire swapped out, the Rivian was safely escorted off the trail, and we were finally able to head home after an incredibly eventful weekend. Once again, the pilgrimage didn't disappoint, and this tight-knit community of off-road and outdoor enthusiasts proved just how strong and resilient it really is. It's the kind of weekend that reminds you why you love this lifestyle, why you started overlanding in the first place, and why you keep coming back for more. So till next time, stay adventurous.